Hey everybody, welcome to the Super Soda Bros podcast, a News Fanatics production. I am Caleb.
And I am Jeremy Carter.
Hi Jimmy Carter, how you doing today?
I'm dead. My name's not Jimmy Carter. My name is Luke Soderberg.
And we're going to be talking about gaming related things. Alright, first up we have the next big thing. This is the segment where we talk about new and upcoming things in pop culture and media that just pop our bubbles a little bit. I don't know how else to put that.
I don't know.
But we did want to talk about pretty huge news going on in the gaming community. Microsoft ended up buying Activision and Blizzard, which are two game development companies.
Oh, and they bought King, which is the creators of Candy Crush. So
Yeah, that's huge as well. Like
huge.
Candy Crush is a huge mobile game. And so they bought a whole bunch of different properties. I think the big ones that stand out among them are Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, as we said, and StarCraft.
Insane.
So not only are they getting more into these big AAA titles, but they're also going into the mobile market as well. I do have some stats here. The 200 plus billion dollar gaming industry is the largest and fastest growing form of entertainment, which of course we've known for a couple decades at this point. In 2021 alone, the total number of video game releases was up 64% compared to 2020, and 51% of players in the US reported spending more than 4 hours per week playing across console, PC, and mobile. 3 billion people globally play games today, which we expect to grow to 4.5 billion by 2030. And more than 100 million gamers, including over 25 million Xbox Game Pass members, play Xbox games across console, PC, mobile phones, and tablets each month. Luke, do you have Game Pass?
I think we had it for a little bit, and then I think we just canceled it.
Okay.
We used to. I know it's a good deal because you get so many games for just a simple monthly subscription, and you can get like 100 games or whatever that all cost it's a good chunk of change. So for most people, it is a good investment, but I don't know. I feel like I'm very centralized on what I play, so for us, it wasn't a deal for us. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely want to have enough time to actually play the games that you're
Yeah,
paying for.
exactly. Because having a full blown life right now, life is busy and whatnot. I can't just spend like 2 hours a night just playing games. Like, granted, if I really wanted to, I could, but I'm not gonna, spend that much time playing. So, like an hour every other day or so, and definitely a couple hours over the weekend is about the extent that I'll play. But I wish I could play more, but
Life gets in
so,
the way.
exactly.
Yeah. So Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard in an all-out cash transaction, which was valued at $68.7 billion. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of Fortnite gift cards.
And actually, I think is Fortnite under the Activision Blizzard banner?
I don't know, but it's free anyway, so whatever.
That's true. And so when this transaction closes, Microsoft becomes the world's third largest gaming company by revenue, behind Tencent and Sony. So that's pretty big. And also, if you think about it, with the acquisition of a lot of these Activision Blizzard properties, Microsoft could pull a ace in the hole and just make everything Xbox or PC exclusive.
If they really wanted to, they could probably do that and just completely destroy PlayStation.
Oh yeah, for sure. They won't do it for Call of Duty just because the market's so big, but I can see them doing it with like Overwatch or Diablo.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if they just shut down PlayStation. Be like Microsoft like looks at PlayStation from a distance, is like, it's been 25,
Yeah,
killed you, and then you do the Thanos snap and done.
Dunzo.
That would be insane. That would be like, only a lot of people wouldn't care, but I would be like, sheesh.
So, mobile is the largest segment in gaming, with 95% of all players globally enjoying games on mobile. Now, obviously, there's a cross section of people that play on console, PC, and mobile, but of all gamers, 95% of them enjoy some kind of distraction on their phones. Candy Crush is going to be huge. There's other properties that they can develop for mobile use. So, this whole conglomeration of Microsoft buying all of these companies is a huge step forward.
Definitely a huge move on their part, a big financial decision that had to be made. Because if they didn't make it, who knows what could have happened.
They could have gotten bought up by Sony. You never know.
Never know. Caleb, are we sponsored by anyone this weekend, or are we alone?
This week, we are sponsored by hamsters. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can an animal, a rodent actually, to put it bluntly, sponsor a podcast? Well, it's pretty easy. Me and Maya, we have a little tiny hamster named Penelope, but we just call her P for short. And she's been here present with us as we recorded all of our podcasts. And so she's in the background just listening and enjoying all the content that we produce, from podcasting to gaming to a whole bunch of other different stuff. And so she's actually come out and sponsored us with money. So I don't know how hamsters earn money, but she did. And then she came up to me and she said, "Hey, I have money." And I said, "Okay, well, we could use that for a podcast." So we are sponsored by P the hamster.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, remember to comment, like, and subscribe, P. Wait, hold on. I think she wants to say something.
Thank you guys for being such amazing podcasters. Be sure to feed me and give me water.
Thanks, P. That really means a lot.
Shut up.
Oh, okay. Yes. I mean, you're paying us, so I'll do whatever you say.
Darn straight I'm paying you. I'm giving you $1 a day.
Well, thank you, Penelope, so much again for sponsoring the podcast. We really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy.
Yeah, thank you, P, so much for being an amazing sponsor.
All right, moving on to the next topic. I don't have a main topic this week.
Oh, no.
But, Luke, we have something that we talked about a while ago, and we never really committed to it, but we have a game show.
No.
We do. It's a game quiz, and so this is going to range all over history with all sorts of different genres of games, and we're going to go through it. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and you're just going to give your best shot, okay?
Okay, let's do this thing, I guess.
All right. Question number 1. What is the largest ever prize pool for a gaming tournament? Is it
What?
18.93 million, 24.54 million, 9.3 million, or 40.01 million?
Hold on, I'm pulling up my, pulling up Google. All right, it looks like the biggest amount and leading... Sorry, I'm loading up Google to find my answers.
Yeah, wait, Hannah, here. I'll share my screen with you.
Oh, I can see your screen. That is really cool. Wait, what is the largest prize pool for any winning tournament? I'm gonna go with C, 9.3 million.
All right, we're gonna lock that in. We're gonna see the end result at the very end.
Oh, come on. Oh, gee.
Yeah, sorry about that. What year was the first Super Smash Brothers released?
I don't know.
Is it 1998, 1997, 1999, or 1993?
I would have to say, well, it doesn't help that the why the 3 of the years like right next to each other. That's not fair because it's like it should be like a couple years apart.
Yeah,
so
but
like,
that's how they trick you. They make you double think.
that's so stupid. Because like, what if I don't know? Okay, 99.
All right, locking in 1999. How many Donkey Kong games have been released in the home console video game format? 22, 14, 10, or 31?
22, 14, 10, 31.
Now, this could include spin-offs and side games from...
Like games he's just in?
I think the question is regarding Donkey Kong
Like-
playing a major role in it. Like, I'm not sure if, like, Mario Kart counts. This just could be, like, Donkey Kong and characters from the franchise having their own spin-off games.
I'm gonna do Lucky 14 B.
Boom.
14.
What is the strongest block you can find in Minecraft?
All right. First of all, what's ancient debris? What is that?
I don't know. It's
Is that bedrock?
I mean, it specifically does not say that, but it could be. So we have ancient debris, ender chest, diamond, or obsidian.
Top 3 A, B, and C can all get destroyed, so I'm just gonna go with ancient debris because I don't know what that is.
All right, boom. Yeah, they had a new like cliffs and critters update, which they added like mountain goats and axolotl lizards and a new biome or something like that. So that could be from the new update, but I have no idea either. So, what is the longest Mario Kart track? Luigi Raceway, Koopa Cape Rock, Rock Mountain, or the 3DS version of Rainbow Road?
I'm gonna go with 3DS Rainbow Road because I have played the other 3 and they're not. Even though it could be Rock Mountain, that's pretty fun.
So what's going to be your final guess here?
Rainbow.
All right, next question. Which edition of FIFA sold the most amount of copies? Was it FIFA 10, FIFA 15, FIFA 18, or FIFA 7?
FIFA 18 because more people are alive in that year.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't know.
Technically correct. At its peak, how many players were active on Fortnite in a month? 50.4 million, 78.3 million, 44.9 million, or 93.3 million?
93.3 million people were wasting their life playing Fortnite.
That's a lot of people.
No, feel sad.
Which of these Pokemon is a first-generation starter Pokemon? Is it Squirtle, Cyndaquil, Litten, or Trico?
Squirtle.
You already know it's Squirtle.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
That's an easy one. Thank you. That one's actually a good question.
Well, you're a Pokemon nerd, so.
Well, for like the first 3 generations, and after that, I forget.
Yeah, it's kind of like, don't really care.
Yeah, too many.
Question number 9. Which of these best-selling video game franchises without a main character has sold the most? Is it The Sims, Minecraft, Tetris, or Need for Speed?
Well, Minecraft is not really a main character.
But which one sold the most?
Minecraft.
Okay.
I think Minecraft broke some records.
It's either Minecraft or Tetris, in my opinion. But
that's a good point.
We can lock in Minecraft, or you can
Minecraft.
switch to answer to Tetris.
Minecraft.
Okay,
I'm
Minecraft.
not gonna do well on this test. I'm gonna get like a 50.
We'll see. 50 is failing.
Yes, that's what F stands for. And F is for friends who do stuff together.
Which video game shattered the record for most sales in 24 hours, making over $800 million? Is it FIFA 18, GTA 5, Black Ops from Call of Duty, or Cyberpunk 2077?
GTA.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident about that one.
If you're sure. Which was the first video game produced by Nintendo? Donkey Kong, Mario Bros.
It's Donkey Kong.
Are you
I
sure?
just watched a documentary on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Like, Christine and I are in the middle of a documentary called High Score, which is the entire story from the first video game ever made all the way until nowadays, and we're like episode 4 of 6. It's super interesting. Like,
Gotcha.
it's all the behind the scenes stuff. It's really, really intriguing.
I'm sure I could watch that, but Maya would probably die of boredom. So
Oh, there's a lot of Mario stuff in it, though. A lot of Nintendo and NES and all that.
okay, so maybe she'll enjoy that.
She'll probably like it.
Okay. All right, next question. What is the best-selling arcade cabinet video game of all time? Mortal Kombat, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, or NBA Jam?
It's that.
Pac-Man.
That's also in the documentary.
Oh, come on!
Unless I am slightly off, because otherwise it's going to be definitely Space Invaders, but I definitely think it's Pac-Man.
I'm calling hacks, but, technically it is knowledge that you have, so. In what year was the first video game invented? 1958, 1969, 1943, or 1962? It's also interesting because what defines a video game?
Well, I think one of the first games ever made was a text-based game before there were even screens on a Mac. And it was like cave exploration or something like that. It was just like a text to chat, so you text an answer and it happened. So when were computers kind of old? I'm gonna go with 1962
Okay.
because that was also in the documentary.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Which gaming console has the record for most units sold? Nintendo GameCube, PS2, Xbox 360, or Wii?
The thing is that all those are like the big hitters of each company, so that's kind of not fair.
But, there's only one that stands above the rest.
Well, PS2 and Xbox kind of sold the same. I think it's Wii because everyone bought a Wii.
Do you want me to lock in Wii?
I think it's the Wii because everyone bought Wii.
Okay. And final question, which video game has the biggest cash prize pool for an esports tournament? League of Legends, StarCraft 2, Dota 2, or FIFA 21?
I think it's LOL.
LOL.
LOL League of Legends.
Alright, locking that in, and we're going to see how well you did now. You answered 6 out of 15 correct.
Oh, that makes me feel really smart. All right, let's see which ones I got right.
So for the first one, you got it incorrect. The correct answer was 9.3 million. You got the Super Smash Bros. Date release, 1999. You got the correct number of Donkey Kong games, which was 14.
Lucky 14.
You got the strongest block in Minecraft question incorrect. It's not Ancient Debris, it's Obsidian.
You can mine Obsidian, though.
It's the strongest one. It's not indestructible. And also, Ancient Debris is not a real block. I did know that. I stayed a little bit up to date on the updates, and they didn't introduce any crazy tough blocks recently. The longest Mario Kart track you got correct. It is the 3DS Rainbow Road.
Called it.
The edition of FIFA that sold the most copies you got correct also. It was FIFA 18, probably.
Because more people could buy the game.
Yeah, no, exactly. You were right on the money. And at its peak, how many players were active on Fortnite? You said 78.3. I'm sorry, you said 93.3, and it's actually 78.3. Which of these Pokemon is a first-generation starter Pokemon? I don't know why you got that one wrong.
That's correct. Squirtle is a starter.
Yeah, that's weird. I think the quiz glitched.
Well, I got 7 out of 15.
Yeah. See, that's a little bit better. That's like, 42% or something like that.
Still bad. Still really bad.
Which of these best-selling video game franchises without a main character has been sold the most? You said Minecraft, and it's actually Tetris.
I thought it was Minecraft.
Nope, Tetris has sold the most, technically. The video game that shattered the sales in a single day, making over 800 million. You guessed correct. It was GTA 5. Which was the first video game produced by Nintendo?
Oh, I'm so stupid. Yeah, it's the racing game.
I didn't never even heard of EVR racing.
Yeah, that was like one of the first games because they didn't do Nintendo for quite a while because that's when they're trying to compete with Atari and stuff. Is when they made Donkey Kong.
Yeah, so your knowledge betrayed you.
Yeah, I thought it was Donkey Kong.
Sad. What was the best-selling arcade cabinet? Yeah, obviously Pac-Man. Yeah, 100%. The year that the first video game was invented, you said 1962. It's actually 1958.
All right, hold on. Let me Google. Let me see if it was that cave exploration game. Tennis for Two.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
It's on. Oh, is that? It's not Pong because Pong was released in the 70s.
Yeah, 'cause it might have been a precursor.
It's on like a radar machine. The heck?
Yeah, I mean.
Are you kidding me? That's so obscure. Like, who knows that?
Well, now you know.
Now I do. I thought it was that cave game.
Nah, bruh. Alright, next one. Which gaming console has record for most units sold? You said Wii. It's actually the PS2. I know for the time Wii had the most, but also you gotta think people, like, what are people still buying? So I guess technically it is PS2. And then finally, which video game had the biggest cash prize pool for an esports tournament? You said League of Legends, but it's actually Dota 2.
Right, doesn't matter. But League, StarCraft, or Dota, you're a huge nerd. So sorry.
Huge. And I'm also going to say League of Legends and Dota 2 are basically the same game.
It's the same game.
There, I said it. I don't care. People are going to get mad at me. I don't care.
And the shaders might be different, but it's the same exact game.
Yeah, so that was the quiz. You got, I guess technically 7 out of 15 because that one
I
question
won.
glitched.
I did it. I think I got all the answers correct on that game.
I mean, you won in your heart. You get a participation prize.
Give me confetti, give me cake. I did it. I did. Mom, I did it.
And I succeeded. And Mom, are you proud of me? Probably not.
No, I'm not, Jimmy.
I am anger at you.
I am angry. I am anger.
So, Luke, kind of winding down and wrapping things up, what's going on in your life?
I am human.
Oh, hey, look at that. I mean,
No,
I'm human too, I think.
no, no, but I mean, life's just been kind of kind of chill for once. First time in quite a while, especially the last like 2 months or so, where we still have little things to do, here and there around the house or getting paperwork stuff situated and whatnot with work and all that fun stuff. But nothing crazy happening. We've just kind of been, going snowboarding and skiing a little bit more often. We've been, kind of enjoying New Hampshire and whatnot. But I think once springtime and summertime roll around, that's when we'll really be able to, get out and explore more. Ah, I hit my microphone.
Oh
Um,
no.
Oh no! Oh no! But yeah, I think once springtime and summertime go around, that's when we will both be able to really get around and do stuff. But as of right now, I've just been, kind of taking it easy. Doing a lot of getting stuff organized and tidied up and all that fun stuff.
Now, do you guys own bikes? Like, are you able to bike anywhere?
I have my bike in the basement. I don't know if you've seen her bike.
Okay. And I was also going to ask about once the weather gets warmer, because, like, you guys really haven't been in that house um, for an ample amount of time to do outdoor activities. Like, I know you've gone for hikes and stuff like that, but it's always
Yeah.
been really, really cold. So it's going to be exciting
Yeah.
once stuff warms up for you to get outside more for that.
Yeah, because I was only living here for about a month before we got married, and in that time period, it was decently warm. It was in like the 50s and low 60s and stuff. It was September and October, but once we got married and when our honeymoon came back, it was pretty chilly for most days. So not a whole lot of time outside in the greenery and whatnot, but there's plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff to do around here. Plenty of trails, and especially it being New Hampshire, there's like official like snowmobiling trails and stuff. Like you can see them when you're driving on the main roads. You can kind of see them off to the side a little bit, which is kind of cool. So I'm guessing those turn to like dirt bike and ATV trails in the spring and summer and whatnot. So it might be a little incentive to get a little boom.
That's pretty cool.
That's like
Yeah.
outside related kind of thing. But
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, looking forward to that. In Pittsburgh, there's a couple of parks to go to, but in terms of like outdoor type stuff, you kind of gotta drive out of the city a little bit to find like a bike trail and stuff like that. There's a couple
Yeah.
hiking places, but like I said, you kind of gotta get more out of the city, which takes a bit of driving. But for my life, I just want to talk really quick about a TV show that I've been watching. I know you and Christine have been watching it as well, but the Book of Boba Fett is
Oh yeah.
it's mixed. There's a lot of good moments, and also there's a lot of bad moments. And I don't want to give any spoilers for anything that happens. Like, we're recording this on a Wednesday, January 19th, and I have not seen the episode that released today,
All right.
but I'm gonna.
There's obviously he gets the slave back, and by slave I mean a spaceship. No, he's not getting some slave from some alien or him, but he gets his slave back. It's not a big spoiler because you see it in the Mandalorian show in like season 1, whatever.
Yeah.
But they missed out on an amazing. They missed it out on an amazing opportunity to do the famous boo, 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 with like the sound that the slave one makes when it shoots its cannons.
The boop, 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 boop.
They totally missed out on a perfect opportunity. I even turned up the volume and it never happened. It was such a letdown.
No.
That's pathetic. I mean, granted, it's it's all right episode. It's better than some of the other ones, but it's very meh.
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously, like, just talking from stuff you can see in the trailer, like, so Boba Fett takes over the place of Jabba the Hutt as crime lord on Tatooine, and so the story is kind of saying, okay, how did he get to that point from being quote unquote killed off at the beginning of Return of the Jedi when he gets knocked into the Sarlacc pit? So this is kind of the story of how he escaped, how he kind of got back on his feet after being stranded in the desert, and how he's taking on his role as a crime boss and kind of ruling from a different place than Jabba did. Because Jabba was ruthless, so Boba is kind of trying to do his own thing. But there's a lot of moments in the show where I feel like they could have capitalized on a bunch of stuff. There's some, there's one big main part in episode 3 where I think for people that have seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen the show, I'm not going to say what it is because I just want you to see it. But there was a big plot point with other characters that was just a huge letdown.
I think a big thing of the show that I'm not a fan of is they spent way too much time on his backstory. Everyone's known for the last 20 years that he escaped the Sarlacc. Whoop-de-doo, because we all know he did. But he escaped the Sarlacc and then gives the whole story of how he came to the Mandalorian and how he continues. Like, we've known this since the Mandalorian of how he, like, you see Boba Fett in the Mandalorian. Okay, he escaped the Sarlacc. He got this person. He got his ship. We're good. Don't give backstory. But they wasted, like, 2 hours of backstory of, like, you're with the Tusken Raiders. Go walk and do this. Go walk and do that. Drink some water. Train to do... It's like, stop. We get it. We've known what he's done for like 3 years, and we've known how he's escaped the Sarlacc for the last 20 years. So if you can stop backtracking and wasting time in the show. And another thing I don't like, and Christine's dad made a huge point on this, is that Boba Fett is acting like a really friendly dad. He's just kind of like chill, kind of like, it's okay, don't worry about it. They're fine, let's go talk. He's a freaking bounty hunter. He just kills people. And another thing,
One more thing.
Tatooine and Mos Espa and all those places, they're supposed to be like gangster holes, but it's like scum of the earth. It's dirty, it's gross, it's dank, it's dark, it's meh. But in the show, it's like, oh, it's clean, the counters are white, there's no dust, no dirt, no real bad guys. It's a nice place. I'm like, the environment is very bleak.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna pull my nerd card on you real quick. So technically, Mos Eisley, which is where like the famous cantina scene is, that's where Obi-Wan and Luke meet Han Solo and Chewie to get the Millennium Falcon and fly to the Death Star and everything. That's all in episode 4. That is the crazy town that is, like, as Obi-Wan says, the hive of scum and villainy. That's the dirty town. Mos Espa, they kind of are exploring it in a more close-up way in the Boba Fett show. So I kind of understand why it's cleaner, why there's not a ton of, like, evil, rotten people, but...
Yeah, I'm not saying it should be, like, bad, but, like, I'm saying, like, they need to dirty it up a little.
And I kind of see what Christine's dad is saying about Boba Fett being, like, this big old dad figure. I mean, he's definitely calmed down after being a bounty hunter for his entire life, but it's also really against his character from what we know so far, where he's just kind of, like you said, he's chill, he's relaxed, he's trying to be like a crime boss, but being kind of benevolent. That's not really a spoiler at all. But, yeah, but he talks all the time. Like, yeah. I mean, obviously, I get he's the main character of his own show. He's got to have dialogue and room for growth, and he's got to encounter different kinds of people in the city, and like you said really briefly, like he hangs out with some Tusken Raiders, and that's a whole big part of the story too. But he's got to say things, he's got to do things, and so that's a little bit off from the Boba Fett we know. And I personally think it's a good thing that we're seeing a lot of character growth in the show, but also they don't execute it very well in a lot of places.
I think that's the issue I have. They just don't do it.
And each episode so far is directed by a different person, so that might be a little bit why it's kind of off kilter a little bit, where there's different focuses going on.
Oh, I thought it was all directed by the same guy so far.
No, I think I want to say the first one was Robert Rodriguez, and then number 2 was directed by a lady, I forget what her name is, and then number 3 was someone else. I don't pay attention to who directs each episode. We just need Daddy Filoni to come in and take the reins, because Filoni always does a good job.
Listen, kids, you've done your time. You screwed it up. Let me
come in and do this. But I mean, I would say if you're a Star Wars fan, I would still give it a shot. It's still a mostly enjoyable viewing. There might be some things you have problems with, and I think that just comes with the territory.
It's all right. I mean, watch it because it's Star Wars, and Star Wars universe is cool, but it's kind of like, meh.
Also, if you're a Star Wars fan and you don't get mad about anything that the series has done over the years, then you're not a Star Wars fan. You have to be angry at something.
Exactly.
So if this is your moment if you've loved everything else Star Wars up to this moment, which I am considering you're probably insane, but if you've enjoyed it, literally everything Star Wars has ever done, you might be a little bit disappointed in this, but still give it a shot.
I'm saying if you if you were something tie in Last Jedi, if you liked Last Jedi, if you thought Last Jedi was, I don't want to say Last Jedi was bad, but like bad comparing to Boba Fett, because Boba Fett's better than Last Jedi. I don't know. All I'm saying is, all Star Wars fans don't like Last Jedi because it's not a good movie. Sorry,
It's not.
it's not. Stop it.
even though like a lot of critics gave it good scores, they're like, "Wow, this is a good movie." Everyone else is like, "No, it's not."
Shut up. No, it's not.
Shut up. All right, so yeah, that'll take us out. Now, Luke, I got breakfast coming up tomorrow, but I wanted to
Again?
I
Do you
get-
breakfast every day, sir?
well, most days, but tomorrow's a special day, and I'm trying to get together a lot of my ingredients to kind of pre-cook everything. So I got some stuff on the oven right now.
Do you smell bacon?